Hey guys, Rob Foy here from Betway, and joining me is FNS. So how are you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. So before we get off about this tournament and discuss it, I want to know when you started joining Cloud9, what are the expectations coming into the team?
Just since I had a lot better players on my team and all that stuff, obviously the expectation was to slowly improve and eventually end up winning tournaments. But yeah,
That was it, just improve, win tournaments. Obviously, it didn't turn out quite as well as maybe it could have gone. But if you joined them today, what would you have done differently? Would you have changed your in-game leading style a bit more, or work out the roles a bit more? What would you do differently?
yeah, probably just changed my style a little bit more and call a little bit more loose. But even then, I feel like it wouldn't have worked. It's just I feel like any in-game leading style takes a while, depending on the roster you join, especially with this type of roster, who's used to a more loose style. It takes a long time for a new in-game leader, at least in my case, to adapt. And so I guess the only thing I would change is maybe not go to as many events.
Okay, yeah. Well, Rush actually said that you guys, when you first joined, you were going to so many events, you didn't have time to practice, and then when you did have time to practice and build some structure, it didn't quite pan out as positively as it could have gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what time we really had. I mean, maybe he's talking about after I wasn't on the team anymore, but the last week was the only time we've ever had to practice. So this is the only this is the only tournament we're going into with some preparation, if any. So I've still been practicing with the team and stuff like that. So I'm still under contract with C9 and all that. But yeah, this is definitely my last tournament. And as far as prior practice is concerned, we just didn't have any. So
Yeah. Well, it's a massive shame that you didn't actually get a chance to implement your style of in-game leading, which, for those who don't know, do you want to just describe how you in-game lead and kind of the differences between you and Tarek, because obviously he was previously in-game leading when they won the major?
it's not like we have massive differences in how we in-game lead. It's just it took me a little bit more time than I thought it would to adapt to how every single player likes to play, and also bring in my own style of play, which is a lot more slow CS, slow and much less explosive than I think the players are used to. And I think people like Rush and Tarek, and even to some extent Tyler, I feel like all these players need some sort of explosiveness. I think Tyler needs his riflers to be more explosive so that he can come in and clean up the post plants and stuff like that. So I think overall it just came down to a difference in style, in that not only did I not have time, I also am much more of a slow-paced caller than I think these guys are used to.
Fair enough. What's next for you? Because obviously there's a bit of a meme going about with your 300D chessboard. So what's the next move?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that I don't understand. Do people think I plan to join? I don't Stewie left. It had nothing to do with me. But yeah, as far as my next moves, I don't really have any. I'm just gonna see where things end up in NA. Of course, when teams are winning, teams are also losing. And if one of those teams that are losing need an in-game leader, and they choose to get me, then I'll consider it.
Yeah, so definitely continue playing. Maybe in the meantime, streaming a little bit?
Nah, probably not gonna stream, but we'll see.
Sorry, guys. The final question then is, if you could build a team from scratch, because obviously you're up by your own at the moment, kind of. If you could pick 4 players to join you on a team, and you could build a team around your structure, your style, which 4 players would you choose?
If it's just anybody, I'd go with the best players in the world. Get Simple, Device, myself. Just do I have to include myself? Is that how it is? Yeah, Simple, Device, Zipnix. I feel like would have to be on that starting lineup, and then any fifth at that point.
Any fifth,
yeah.
You guys would probably destroy everybody. Okay, what about an NA roster? Because now we're talking this is more in the realms of possibility.
I'd get Android from Complexity. I think is a really good attitude. I'd get Ethan from Energy. I've played with him in the past. Very good player. I'd definitely get Tarek. I think he's a really, really good mindset, and he's also a really good caller. And I guess as my opper, I'd get Nifty just because he's really young and pretty talented player. So.
Yeah, super talented player. Well, that was the last question. So best of luck at this tournament, and thank you very much for your time.